What's going on, Breakthrough Strength Nation? Coach T coming at you from the home gym, CrossFit Breakthrough. Just got done with my little Memorial Day workout. Got a competition coming up in August, so can't take the rest day. Speaking of which, I know it's easy around holidays and things like that to lose some of your motivation, whether it's because of poor eating or because you got family and friends in town, or whatever the reason. Sometimes it's easy to lose your motivation and not want to get into the gym and train. And if you're not careful, sometimes that lack of motivation can carry on into days, weeks, and months. And before you know it, all your hard-earned work in the gym has been derailed. So I want to give you some, if you will, motivational rehabbers, or some tips that you can apply to kind of get yourself back on track when you find that, you know, you're just not feeling it headed into the gym. So tip number one, suck it up. I know, everybody wanted me to give them a big old hug and say it's going to be all right. Well, I just did. The truth of the matter is, sometimes that lack of motivation that you're feeling is all upstairs. And what we need to do when it's all upstairs is just put on a big boy, big girl pants, suck it up, get in the gym, and kick butt anyway. So sometimes that's what we just have to do. We just have to mentally say, you know what, I'm going to plow through this, and what you'll find is if you do, the motivation will come. Tip number two, change your routine. If you're going to the gym every day at 6 a.m., maybe mix it up. Go at 6 p.m., go at 3 p.m., go at midnight. A couple months ago, I started a Friday night midnight workout, and you know what, nation? Those are some of the best workouts that I ever have down here. It's just me, the music, and the weights, and we just have a ball. So change your routine. You might find that later in the day or earlier in the day, if you're a late night person, your energy level's different, and if you go where you got training partners, like our gym here, CrossFit Breakthrough, you might find a completely different chemistry and mix of personalities that'll help you get through. Tip number three, find some training partners. One of the beautiful things about training here at CrossFit Breakthrough is we got hundreds of training partners. And a good training partner is worth their weight in gold. A good training partner will hold you accountable, and they'll help pick you up when you want to let yourself down. So if you train by yourself, if a place like CrossFit is not where you're working out, but you're going to a traditional gym, get some good training partners. You know, meeting some people at a designated time means you can't slack out, because they're going to be counting on you to be there. And when you're deep in it, hard in a workout, and you want to quit, your partners will be there to kind of pick you up and help you going. It's an interesting thing. We will let other people push us further than we would ever push ourselves. Tip number four, compete. Yep, compete. That's what I'm doing. You know, in August I got a strongman competition coming up, and sometimes I think that the best way to kind of get you out of your rut is to be striving for something. You know, go ahead and look for something to compete in. Little note here, caution, competition should always be about you versus you. Even though you're going into something and you're going to be competing with other people, the result is really about you versus yourself. You digging in and making yourself better than when you started. And if you do that, competition is a great way to kind of forge some discipline and some perseverance and some stick-to-itiveness to get things done when you don't feel like it. So I say find something to do. Find a race. Find a muscle competition, something like powerlifting or strongman or CrossFit, to kind of give you something to shoot for, and that kind of directs your training. Tip number five, check your rest. If you're burning the candle at both ends, you're not getting adequate sleep, you're not eating good, that can be a surefire damper on the old motivation tank. So check your rest. Make sure you're getting enough sleep, make sure you're eating enough right foods, and you know what? Sometimes you just have to take a day or two off from the gym. Let your body recover, and then when you come back in, you'll find that you'll crush it. And lastly, tip number six, write it down. What am I talking about? Goals. A lot of times what happens is our motivation wanes because we don't have anything to feed it. We don't know where we want to go. When we started out in this whole journey of fitness, it was easy. We were excited. We had something to drive us. We wanted to lose some weight. We wanted to get stronger. We wanted to look good for a competition or for an event. But then after we reach those goals and we're not giving ourselves new goals, sometimes the motivation is like, hey, I don't have anything to do, so I'm going to take a nap here. Write down your goals. Find something new. Get stronger. Get faster. Pick a new performance goal. Pick a new aesthetic goal. Do something, but write it down. There's magic when you write it down. When you write it down and you see it and set a date to it, it becomes a driving force. I hope the tips were helpful. I hope you're enjoying your Memorial Day weekend. This is Coach T, and strength and love. Later.